5 and welcome to LCJ Live. We are back. We were off last week, but we are back in full force, and so is the box office. An incredible opening weekend for a Minecraft movie with this guy, Steve, Jack Black, Jason Momoa, Daniel Brooks, Oscar nominee for The Color Purple, lead Warner Brothers blockbuster Minecraft movie with $157 million. That's incredible. That's about what Barbie opened to for Warner Brothers a little less than 2 years ago. It's a huge weekend for the theaters. It's a huge weekend for movie fans. And I expect these kind of weekends again later in the year, especially the summertime. We'll talk about all of that here coming up on LCJ Live. I'm not a fan of a Minecraft movie. I went to see this on Thursday, and my goodness, is it as generic, and it tries to promote creativity, but nothing with the script, nothing with the humor, nothing with the performances, nothing with the themes that it goes for. Nothing's creative, nothing's new. It's same old, same old. Some of the visuals are terrible, and Jack Black just going crazy the whole time. Everybody's screaming. The humor's bad. It's a rough one. It is a rough film. So is The Friend, which is rough in other ways because it's about a dog. But a Minecraft movie, everybody wanted to go. I had a feeling about this. I had a feeling we were doing at least 100 million. A couple weeks ago, I'm watching Spring Baking Championship on Food Network. They did a challenge surrounding Minecraft, and all the contestants said, my kids play it, my grandkids play it, I've played it. Everybody wanted to see this movie, even though it's basically an indie, quirky, kooky comedy that has the Minecraft setting. It's basically just an excuse to do wacky humor and niche vibes within the Minecraft universe. It's not even really about the Minecraft universe in a way, but everybody wanted to go and see how it was going to go. 2 years ago, this very weekend, we had Super Mario Brothers movie doing 146 million in the 3-day and a 5-day of 200 something. It was incredible. And now we have very similar success here with a Minecraft movie. Warner Brothers is thrilled, and certainly a Minecraft sequel is probably going to be greenlit tomorrow. But this marks the 20th film since December 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home, to have at least a $100 million opening weekend. 20. It knocked off Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, which did about 96, to get into the top 20, and now all 20 of the top 20 biggest opening weekends since really the return to theaters because of COVID are $100 million or more. Again, so many people were overly concerned. Oh, theaters are dead. The box office is dead. Cinema is dead. You just got to give people good stuff. And the studios really put all their focus on the holiday season and their awards contenders. And this year, they really didn't pay attention much to January, February, and March. I mean, Disney had Snow White, and on paper, without all the controversies, Snow White probably would have been a big hit. But there have been mega movie marches in the past, even just last year with Kung Fu Panda and Dune and Godzilla and Ghostbusters. And then the year before, there was Creed, and Shazam didn't do well, but John Wick was the month of March, and Dungeons and Dragons. Studios paid a lot more attention to March the last couple of years as opposed to this year. And now, here's Minecraft, here to save the day, to prove that families will go to the movies, the people will go to the movies, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what's going on in the world, if it's a movie they really want to see. And if they really want to see it right away. I go back to Moana 2, which did almost half of its total box office in 6 days. That Tuesday to Sunday, I believe, was 220 million, something like that, and it totaled 460. Almost half of Moana 2's money was in its first 6 days because everyone needed to see this right away. Families, kids, going to school, people have become trained because of the streaming method of, oh, the day it's on, I got to watch it now right away. People become trained to that, and so they also need to apply that to going to the movies. I don't want to go to school on Monday and feel left out that I didn't get to see a Minecraft movie, or go into work on Monday, or friends, neighbors, just to post about it on social media, just to see other comments before the spoiler videos get onto social media. I need to see this now. And that's the mentality. So you could see a Minecraft movie drop off big. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen because April break for kids off of school, it's going to do very well during that month. There are other family films and other options, but not gigantic offerings until Lilo and Stitch for Memorial Day weekend. So families are going to continue to go to Minecraft maybe multiple times if they enjoyed it. I also wasn't shocked about that B plus cinema score because I had a feeling even the diehard fans may not love this, or maybe the parents who take the kids may not love a Minecraft movie maybe as much as kids. So I wasn't shocked that the cinema score was a little low, but this box office is huge, and Warner Brothers needed a hit off of flops like Joker Folie à Deux, Horizon Chapter 1, Companion didn't do well, Alto Knights bombed, Mickey 17 is a flop. So many of their films lately just did not perform. The Lord of the Rings animated film. So they're back. Warner's is back, and they've got F1 this summer, which is going to do big. And I think you're going to have many more $100 million plus opening weekends the rest of this year, especially this summer. Thunderbolts has a shot at it. Absolutely Lilo and Stitch. I mean, Lilo and Stitch is going to try to do Moana 2 numbers in that Memorial Day weekend. We'll see about Mission Impossible. I'm not sure it'll be quite that high out of the gate, but it'll make a run at it. You've got Superman, Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, How to Train Your Dragon, which screened at CinemaCon to glowing reviews. That could do really well. The possibility of Freakier Friday doing like 70 million in its opening weekend is on the table. So you've got a lot of big movies the rest of this summer coming up, and other films that'll perform well. Elio and Bad Guys 2, and Naked Gun, and Smurfs, and I mean, I'm missing a bunch, but Karate Kid Legends. But your next gigantic weekend is going to be that Memorial Day weekend. Theaters better be ready because families are going to want to really go see Lilo and Stitch right away. And Tom Cruise fans are going to want to see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Until then, we've got Minecraft doing incredibly well. We've also got, in a couple weeks, Sinners, Michael B. Jordan from Ryan Coogler. Haley Steinfeld in it as well. Thunderbolts, as I mentioned, will be the big early May release. May 9 and May 16 aren't huge. There is a Final Destination film. There's a couple films, but everybody, the studios were ready for Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend. Ballerina's probably going to do okay. 28 Years Later is coming out. Megan 2.0. A lot of these are big films, and not all of them will hit 100 million open, but the big ones. Everybody's going to want to see Superman right away because you don't want to feel left out. It's FOMO. And family, same way. Lilo and Stitch, How to Train Your Dragon, maybe even Bad Guys 2 does all right. So it's going to be a good summer. It's not going to be a hell of a summer like the number 8 film this weekend. It's going to be a strong summer. And again, give the people what they want, and they wanted to see Minecraft. Perfect weekend for that. I also last night went to see The Amateur, which is Rami Malek's new film, which opens this week, starring him, Lawrence Fishburne, Rachel Brosnahan, and some other big names with small roles. My showing of The Amateur last night was pretty crowded, so a lot of people were at the movies, even besides seeing Minecraft. The full review embargo for The Amateur lifts on Tuesday, so I can't really expand upon more than what I already posted on social media, which is the fact that The Amateur is bland. It is very basic, doesn't have a real steady momentum. Rami Malek's character, very unremarkable. The performance, elements of it feel clunky. It's based on a novel from 1981, and it feels it. It feels dated with shoved in references, and also just makes some moves that may have worked better on the page, but not on the screen. So I'm disappointed in The Amateur. I thought it was going to be decent. I thought it had the opportunity to be cool, but it left me cold. So it's unfortunate that The Amateur is not great. Pete Crooks, Lights, did you see Freaky Tales? It's a wild instant cult classic. If you like Green Day, Tom Hanks, and West Coast hip hop, it is packed with fun. I did not see Freaky Tales. I just heard about it recently, along with Hell of a Summer, which made 1.8 million this weekend for a film that I think barely got promoted. So respect to Neon in that film for doing 1.8 million, coming in 8th this weekend. Another new release, The Friend. Oh my gosh, I screened that the other night. Terrible film. Just embarrassing performances. Naomi Watts, the dialogue in that, wow. It's about a dog. oh, just really, really rough. 1.6 million in its nationwide expansion for The Friend this weekend. Clearly, everybody went to see Minecraft, though the other movies made a little bit of money. A Working Man added 7.3 million. In second, it's at 27.8. And then The Chosen, The Last Supper Part 2, did 6.7 million this weekend, not nearly the 11.5 million of Part 1 last weekend. Part 1 this weekend still did 1.9 million for a total of 17.9. I thought they were only going to be 1 week each, as far as you got to see Part 1 in 1 week or it's gone forever, but it's still playing in some places. So people are still going to The Chosen, but a difference between 11.5 and 6.7 is kind of big. Number 4 this weekend, Snow White, 6.1 million. It's at 77.5. It's probably not getting to $100 million. And originally I thought when Thunderbolts comes out, Disney may want to pair it with Captain America to allow it to cross 200 million domestically, make sure that happens. But at this point, I think that's going to happen on its own. Captain America in 10th this weekend added 1.4 million. It's at 199.1. So I don't think it's going to need those drive-ins to do that. But that is a last resort option for Disney. It may still get paired with Thunderbolts at drive-ins. But Snow White, if the original plan was, hey, we'll pair it with Thunderbolts at drive-ins, or maybe they'll even pair it with Lilo and Stitch. I could actually see that. Disney could actually pair Snow White with Lilo and Stitch in May, unless they already throw it onto Disney Plus by then. But it's not going to get it to 100 million. For it to make another 22.5 million at this point, that's almost impossible. That's almost a mission impossible. Ben Smith, Lights, Camera, Jackson, what do you think about the Minecraft movie? Yeah, not a good film. I'm thrilled it's done so well to help the movie theaters. That was very busy last night when I was there for the amateur. But as a movie, it is the wrong tone. It is weak in the story department. Jennifer Coolidge channeling her Christopher Guest roles just to capitalize on her popularity from White Lotus. What in the world was she doing in this? What a waste of time. So much of that movie felt like a waste of time. What would you have liked to see from the movie? Sell it to me. I would want to see a thrilling experience. It's not a thrilling experience. I mean, the whole time everyone is standing around, and you can tell that it's all this green screen world, obviously because of the world that it's created, but it made the experience feel like you were, watching them in a studio, in a green screen studio, as opposed to being immersed in the world. It seemed like some of the game components were thrown in, but I also feel like there wasn't a lot of care put into what the Minecraft game stands for when it comes to the story they wanted to tell. They focused on humor first, letting Jack Black do whatever the heck he wants, making a wacky 80s character for Jason Momoa, just silly dumb, and didn't focus on a story that had meaning and purpose regarding the game and a sufficient journey, not shoving pop songs down our throat, shoving this 80s nostalgia down our throat, and this weird quirky vibe. Sometimes quirky works, but when it comes to this, I sat there going, would anybody think this is funny? It just didn't do it for me. Scott Stallion wants to talk some hockey today. Is Ovechkin going to beat Gretzky's record today? We'll see. I was watching Final Four last night. Always comes down to the wire. We'll see who wins on Monday. Let's get to the rest of the box office here on LCJ Live. Number 5, The Woman in the Yard, 4.5 million. It's at 16.7. Number 6, Death of a Unicorn, not a good film either, 2.7 million. It's at 10.8 for A24. And I mentioned 7, 8, 9, and 10 already. Don't have the money yet as of now on The Luckiest Man in America, which I highly recommend. It's the Press Luck film. I interviewed Paul Walter Hauser and director Samir Oliveros. You can get that conversation now. lcj.podbean.com and lights-camera-jackson.com in the podcast section. Thrilling. Talk about a thrilling film. If you're a game show fan, you know the story or you don't know the story, this is a great film. Go see The Luckiest Man in America. The Ballad of Wallace Island expanded to 41 theaters, added 200,000. It's at 323,000 for Focus Features. The Penguin Lessons is up to 2.2 million total for Sony Classics, and Mickey 17 is at about 45 million for Warner Brothers. Novocaine has yet to hit 20 million for Paramount. Black Bag up to 20.7 million for Focus Features. Last Breath is around $21 million. The films that open this week, as I already mentioned, The Amateur, which I cannot recommend. The King of Kings, which I can recommend. I spoke with the cinematographer and the director of the film. You want that Q&A, go to animationscoop.com. It's Angel Studios' new animated film about Charles Dickens, voiced by Kenneth Branagh, telling the story of Christ to his young son, and they become completely immersed in it in ways that are unexpected and bold, and I think it's a nice film for families. A little intense, some scenes for young kids, but it's a good animated film. And the first 10 minutes or so, the setup, not great. You get past that, and you have a film with powerful visuals and music. Oscar Isaac voices Jesus. You've also got Ben Kingsley and Uma Thurman and Pierce Brosnan and Forrest Whitaker. The voice cast is strong. Roman Griffin Davis. So you've got a good cast. I like this. The King of Kings, that's in theaters this week. I think it'll make a little bit of money this weekend and over Easter and that time period for Angel Studios. Also out this week, which I think I'll be seeing, is Drop, the new Blumhouse thriller getting some attention. You've got Warfare, A24, Alex Garland's new film. And listen, I did not care for either of Alex Garland's last two films, Men and Civil War, both terrible. I love Annihilation. I really like Ex Machina, but Alex Garland has not done it for me these last two films. I don't even know if I'm going to go see Warfare. Also, Sacramento, indie film with Kristen Stewart, is in the theaters. Hello, my name is Blotto, the movie, world premiere. I have seen this documentary on the band Blotto. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it very much. If you're into music docs, I recommend it. Hopefully, it'll be playing at a theater near you soon. Part 3 of The Chosen, The Last Supper, comes to theaters as well. G20, which is the new Viola Davis action movie. It's on Prime Video Thursday. And then a new documentary that I screened the other night called Not Just a Goof, which is the new Goofy movie documentary. I cannot share opinion until tomorrow, but you'll get my thoughts on social media platforms. But it's a new documentary if you're a fan of 1995's A Goofy Movie. I can tell you what the film does without saying full opinion. It is a documentary with new footage and new interviews, archival footage, new animation that helps enhance some stories. It's about the making of A Goofy Movie, the origins of it. Director Kevin Lima, who went on to do Tarzan and Enchanted, he directed this. He explains all about what went into making this along with other members of the team. What happened in the marketing, what happened with the premiere, what happened with Jeffrey Katzenberg at the time at Disney as Disney feature animation is going through the Renaissance, and what happened afterwards and the impact of A Goofy Movie 30 years later. So, Not Just a Goof premieres tomorrow on Disney Plus, and that's also where you'll get my thoughts on social media. That's X at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCam Jackson, Facebook Lights Camera Jackson. And if you're watching here today on LCJ Live, thank you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We go live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And when we're back here next Sunday for LCJ Live, a Minecraft movie should be #1 again. But we'll see how The Amateur, The King of Kings, Warfare, and Drop all do at the box office, plus part 3 of The Chosen, The Last Supper. So you're going to get 5 new films in the box office top 10. All those are going to make it into the top 10. I would be shocked if even one of them wasn't in. All of them got to be in. So you're going to get 5 new films in the top 10 next weekend. We'll break it all down for you next Sunday. Plus, we'll preview Sinners and Sneaks, the animated sneaker movie, and other films coming out for the rest of April and as we approach the summer movie season. Pete Crooks has been binging Larry Sanders Show. I love the Larry Sanders Show. What a great comedy series about TV and entertainment. Oh, fantastic show. Hello, Drew Taylor, and hi to Ben and Scott and Aged Pasta. Yo, what up, LCJ? Been following you since the Emmy win. Do you know what? Thank you for bringing that up. And I have to tell you, April 18, so we're not that far away, will be 15 years since I won the New York Emmy for my on-air movie reviews. 15 years ago in just a couple of weeks, which is amazing. Thank you. People used to say that Oppenheimer was the quintessential movie theater experience, but I think Minecraft has dethroned that title. Thoughts? You know what's interesting, and then this will be the last question for today on LCJ Live. I think Oppenheimer, certainly people went for Barbenheimer, but Oppenheimer not even the highest grossing movie of all these big films that have come out the last couple of years. But Oppenheimer, in terms of the best picture experience and the theatrical experience, you could say for the last 5 years when it comes to that, yes. I would also throw Top Gun Maverick into the equation and Spider-Man No Way Home and a couple other films. Minecraft happens to have that huge family audience. And as a movie, it's not very good. As an experience, it just happened to be this particular weekend and this movie and this families needing to see this. But in terms of what in the last 5 years have been the quintessential, I mean, you could put Minecraft in the top 10 if you want, and I don't have a problem with that. But I would put Barbie and Oppenheimer, Top Gun, Spider Man, and maybe Mario into the equation because of families. But Minecraft is in there. I wouldn't put it at number one, but Minecraft is in there. Jackson, is it true you've won more Emmys than Bob Odenkirk? I guess that is true. Has he not won an Emmy? Not even for writing? I thought he won for writing something. But there you go. Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. We'll celebrate 15 years of Miami in a couple weeks. We'll celebrate all the big movies coming out and the box office doing well and how it will continue to do so throughout the rest of the year, because it's gonna. Lilo and Stitch is going to do gigantic numbers. So Superman, Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, How to Train Your Dragon, all these movies are going to keep the theaters going. And we'll keep going here next Sunday on LCJ Live. Thanks for being here. Take care. Stay well. Enjoy the movies. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you.